What's goody, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. Oh my god, thank you so much for being back. Shout out to all the new faces. Hey, welcome to the Post Door family. My hair be looking real crazy or whatever, but y'all see that glow? Y'all see that glow? I honestly wanted to just come on here and talk a little bit. I wanted to have like a quick chit chat with you guys and to like let y'all know like what's going on, like what's been going on with me. This is not Pocalee talking to you guys today. This is Patrianne, and this is who I am. Okay, I was born and raised in Brooklyn, New York, and all my life, literally, like I would even say like I was born with a silver spoon in my mouth, but I was born into a family of people who didn't really have to, well, not me, but like my cousins and people who was around me, like we didn't really have to like want for anything. My dad, yeah, he did have to want, like he did struggle growing up, but he made that a priority to make sure that me and my mom was good. All my life I went to private school. I went to St. Mark's Day School in New York, and it was a private school, had to wear uniform and all of that. So being an only child for 8 years, I was always sheltered. I didn't really do anything. I didn't really go out to parties like that. I didn't hang out with friends. I really didn't have a lot of friends because being Jamaican, I was very family oriented, and I lived with family. I lived with cousins, so those were my friends. My cousins were all the same age, and if you've seen in my vlog, those are all my cousins, and we all grew up together. So I didn't really need friends. So yeah, so my family was my friend. So I was always a sheltered child. I really always had my parents to depend on, and that's how it always was. We moved to Atlanta when I was going to 5th grade, and moving here literally was, at the time, it was just like, what the, I did not know anything about Atlanta. I had no fair warning that I was moving to Atlanta, and I came down here and I was just like, oh my god, like it's gonna be a new place, a new environment. I'm thinking it's gonna be like New York, and I kid y'all not, it was nothing like New York. Okay, I'm used to the subways, I'm used to the loud music, I'm used to the extraness, the antics outside. I came to Atlanta, quiet. I'm hearing birds, I'm hearing crickets, I'm hearing frogs. I'm just like, this is where you brought me to? So I came down here, and that was like literally the only thing I was hyped about moving to Atlanta, was getting to go to public school and wearing regular clothes and all of that. So I was hyped. So I moved down here and I went to Cotton Indian in 5th grade. I had an accent, and people would be like, where you from, all the time, and all of this. So moving on to middle school. Middle school was, I wouldn't say challenging, but middle school was like what? Middle school, like I was struggling trying to find who I was. I started gaining weight in like middle school, like heavily. Moving down here, I was chubby, but like that was like, you know, like every kid is chubby when they like in elementary school. Like every little kid is like chubby. I allow my weight and what was going on with my family to really like get to me in a way where I turned to food as my best friend, because I didn't have a lot of friends. So not having a lot of friends, you know what I'm saying, that just becomes depression. And at the time I didn't know what depression was. I didn't know what this being depressed feel like, because I was young and I was just like, yo, like what is going on? Like why do I feel like this? Food was my best friend, you guys. And when I tell y'all I was eating up everything in the house, like everything, I could think of. It was in my mouth, I was eating it, and I was satisfied. I would come home from school by myself, I would be home by myself, and I would just go in, and my mom had her own salon, and she would be there at 12 o'clock in the morning and all of that, and I would just be home by myself, nobody to talk to, no friends, no phone, and I would just eat and watch TV. So you know what I'm saying? So struggling, trying to find who I am and not, you know what I'm saying, not having nobody to talk to, coming from a house full of cousins, full of people to talk to all the time, and coming to a house that is just big for no reason with nobody to talk to. It was really starting to like dawn on me. So I turned to food as my best friend and started gaining hella weight. Moving on to high school, 9th grade was like literally the worst grade ever for me. 9th grade year, I was heavy, I was big, I was a big girl in 9th grade. I remember 9th grade year, Precious came out. Y'all know that movie Precious, and I was being called Precious, and they used to be like, oh my god, there go Precious, da, 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 da. And that really like taunted me. That really like fucked with me heavy. Even still to this day, like, I've never seen a movie. I couldn't bring myself to watch it because I was just like, oh my god, that's me. 10th to 12th grade year, I made it my duty to be popping. I made it my duty to make sure I look good every day to go to school. I made sure my hair was done. I made sure my face looked decent, and I made sure my clothes was popping. 10th grade to 12th grade year, lit. I was lit. I was known as the New York girl, the New York big girl who could dress her ass off. And I was lit in school. Like, nobody could tell me nothing. I was popular and all of that. So 12th grade year, for all of y'all who don't know, in Atlanta you have to take graduation tests. Well, I think that's like in every state, but here in Atlanta at the time they had Georgia high school graduation tests, and I failed math. I failed the math portion of the test, and caused me to not be able to graduate on time. I graduated, I got to walk, and I got to do the whole 9 yards, but I did not get my diploma on May 31st. I did not get my diploma. I did not graduate high school that day. That really like dawned on me, y'all. Like, I became depressed. I became so upset to the point where I was just like, yo, I'm not even gonna get my diploma. So it was a whole big thing, like a whole big thing about me not graduating on time. And I became like an embarrassment in a way. I became an embarrassment because like it looked so bad. How you go to school, how we send you to school and all of this, and you didn't graduate over a test. I became an embarrassment. I just felt like a low life. I felt like I failed my mom. I failed my dad. After graduation, and I'm here trying to find other options of me trying to get my diploma, I turned 18 September 8th. I was hyped. I was 18. I'm legal. I'm 18. I'm lit. Let's go. What we gonna do? And mind y'all, I'm real depressed. I'm still going through it. I'm still trying to find another alternative to get my diploma. And I was going about looking at my GED and all of that. So 18th birthday came around September 8th, and I think it was on a, I don't even remember what day it fell on, but whatever day it fell on, the next day was the 9th. I don't want to cry, but September 9th, 2013, I lost my house. I remember that day like it was just yesterday. I was laying down, and the cop came to my house, and I was just like, what the hell? Like, what? And he was just like, you guys need to evacuate the premises and all of this. And when I tell y'all, I literally saw my mom's like soul leave her body. She didn't even know what to do. It was just me, my mom, and my grandmother there at the time, and my dad was not there. And my mom was just like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know. Like, my husband's not home, and I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what to give you. Is there any documents? And he was just like, no, like, y'all have to leave. If nobody knows, being evicted means like they take all your stuff out of your house and they put it on the lawn, and they put your stuff on the lawn. And that day I was just like that day I was just like, yo, this cannot be happening. Like, this cannot be happening. I can't believe, like, we're really moving out of this amazing house. And I was just over there like, yo, like, is this really happening? Like, in a way, I was in shock. I was in shock, and I didn't know what to do. My mom was calling people like, oh my God, we losing the house. We're getting evicted. Could y'all come help us? And at the time we was going to a church, so all my church family came and they helped us. It was like 40 people in and out of my house, just taking stuff out. And police had to hire movers, and they hired the movers, and the movers took all my stuff from the basement and put them on the front lawn, and moving trucks and a whole bunch of boxes. And I just see all my stuff like just coming out the house, and I was just like, yo, this is really happening right now. This is real life happening. Like, we're really moving, like, we're really getting evicted. Niggas is in my house taking all of my stuff. That happened. So we ended up moving into my aunt's home. And that's when Vine came about. And Vine was my go-to place. It was my habitat when everything was going on. Even though I lost my home and I was living in my aunt's house, I was not working, but I was trying to find a way for me to make something of myself. I was at home literally doing nothing, day in, day out. Wake up in the morning, did nothing. Wake up in the morning, did nothing. And I literally was just like, yo, like, I am a failure at life. And I was at a point where I gave up on everything. I gave up on everything. I didn't want to do nothing until I kind of liked makeup at that time, but I wasn't like, didn't really think about it as a passion. So I decided to like literally practice my ass off doing makeup professionally, because when I was in 12th grade I was kind of like in and out of makeup, but I really didn't know about it. So I took that time after we lost our home. I took that time to perfect my craft. I took that time to know the ins and outs, and some way, somehow, somebody was praying for me. I looked about getting a waiver so it could like exempt me from the test, and they would just give me my diploma. So I went about the waiver, and I was just like, yo, I'm not gonna get this waiver. I'm gonna have to just get my GED like a bum and just do something, find a job, do something. So the waiver came, and I got approved for the waiver, and I got my diploma, and like a weight was lifted off my shoulders. So that was just like one burden that was off. I did not want to go to college. I didn't want to go to college. I didn't really want to do college because school was never like my thing. Like, so I just decided, my aunt was just like, well, why don't you just go to hair school? So I went to hair school. I went to Aveda. From 2014 to 2016. Met some amazing popping ass people till this day. I still call my friends. And I went to Aveda, and Aveda really like molded me into loving beauty and loving things of beauty, I guess, or all around beauty, or whatever the case may be. And graduated Aveda, got my name out there, graduated, and I was stuck again. I was stuck, and I was just like, what do I want to do now? My mom was just like, well, what do you want to do? Me and my dad had a plan. After Aveda, I was going to go to college, and I was going to get my business degree, and I was going to open my own business and all of this, and it never worked out. And I don't know why it never worked out. Like, school was just never in my thing. So I told him, I was just like, I'm not going to go to college right now. I'm just going to get like a little job and just find something to do with my time. So I did that, and I picked up makeup. I started doing makeup professionally. Prior to that, I picked up makeup, doing makeup like constantly, like saying like, okay, like I have a clientele. So I decided to do YouTube about the same time I was in Aveda. I think a little bit before Aveda, I kind of decided to start YouTube. But I couldn't take it serious because like my time at Aveda wasn't like working out. I couldn't find time to record. I couldn't find time to edit and all of this. So present day, like the end of the April, I was depressed. Like, I was depressed. I was over life. Things weren't going the way they needed to. YouTube wasn't working. I was depressed because I was 21, and I literally didn't know what my life was going to consist of. Being 21, I became suicidal, and I was going to kill myself. I made suicide notes. Because not knowing where your life is gonna go really puts a damper on your spirit. And the type of person that I am and the type of family that I come from, like, things come easy. I've seen things come easy, and I've never had to like struggle with stuff picking up the way I was struggling. And losing weight, my mouth was breaking out in sores, and my hair was thinning out, and I was literally just like over everything. And something just told me like I just needed to get myself together. So I'm here sitting. I'm not 100% happy. I'm not 100% where I need to be in life. I just feel personally. But I can sit here and I could tell y'all that I've been through some shit. Like, I'm talking about personal deep things I've been through. And when I tell y'all, like, doing YouTube is so hard. It's hard for me on my end because every single time I try and I try to dedicate my life to YouTube, it never works out. It's always too much. Something always ends up happening. I even bought a whole ring light, y'all. See the pantlet? Is that what it's called? The pantlet for my ring light, and my ring light came and I'm hype as hell and the shit breaks. So when I say, like, every time I try to make YouTube a living and my priority, is just like something happens. My iPad broke, thing that I used to record my videos on, my computer being too full to the point I can't even put my previously recorded videos on there, and it was just like so much was going on. Present day Patreon is striving. I'm trying to be a better me, the best me that I could be. I started weight loss. I started being in tune with myself. I started loving me for me. And for hella long, I didn't like myself. For hella long, I was always in somebody else's shadow. I was sheltered. I was quiet. And growing out of that now and seeing where I came from, I was just like, I just be like, girl, that's you. This is you now, and this is how you used to be. I can't even imagine. So I say all of this to say, y'all, I try my hardest with YouTube, okay? The devil is working. He's working. He works, y'all. He works, and he's working. He's beating. But listen, he ain't gonna win. Future me, I just want to be amazing. I just want to be popping. I just want to be lit with makeup. I just want to do everything, and I just want to share my knowledge of makeup, my knowledge of beauty, and just share it with y'all, and like be just like an inspiration to like kid girls who was like me. And I just want to be that inspiration. Honestly, I just want to be happy. I just want to be happy in my career, and happy in the things that I put my mind to, and happy in my plans and my goals and my dreams and my aspirations and everything that I dreamed of. I just want to be happy. I just hope it comes. So this is me. This is present me. I'm about to be the 22. And I just have like a few things in works, and I just pray that they happen. And yeah, I cried. I can't believe I cried. I cried my lashes off. Yeah. So I think this is where I'm gonna end this video. Guys, enjoyed to like see who I am and know like my struggles, and seeing that I'm growing even till this day. I hope you guys are here for the journey, and I'm gonna try my hardest, and I'm not gonna give up, and I'm still gonna be here, and I'm still gonna have a future, and I'm gonna make something of myself, and I'm gonna be lit, and I'm gonna be popping, and polka dot faces is gonna be a multi-million making business. It's gonna happen, mark my words. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for hearing my story and being here with me, and I really do appreciate the love and support y'all show me on Snap, on YouTube, on Instagram, everywhere. And I love you guys so much. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Show me lots of love, and I show y'all love. Y'all my boos, y'all my girls, y'all my dolls, y'all everything to me. And ladies, don't forget to slay, and your liner is on Cut a Bitch.